Sharks. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Aaron. We're from West Palm Beach, Florida, and we're here seeking $300,000 for 5% of our company.
So Sharks, we brought some gifts for you, and what we've got is way cooler than these outdated gift baskets that my granny sends me out of a mail order catalog.
And definitely way tastier than overpriced fruit shipped to your door. Now, the dominant players in the online edible gifting space, they're gonna ship you a basket full of chunks of cheese and chubs of meat that you have to laboriously peel, chop up, and then artistically present yourself.
Sharks, it's time to say goodbye to boring gifts.
And revolutionize the edible online gifting space with
Boarderie. Boarderie is the first company in the world shipping completely pre-assembled, catering quality cheese and charcuterie boards nationwide.
Our edible works of art are shipped completely prearranged.
All you have to do is remove your board from its perfectly sealed packaging, pour the nuts in the spots where you find them, and you have a beautiful chef-quality display in just minutes.
So, Sharks, who's ready to make an unbelievable investment? We know it's a lot of cheese,
but we're going to make you a lot of cheddar.
Stop the...
Wow, 5%, $300,000. That is, I actually have written down 10% because I thought I heard. That's what I thought I heard. But, everybody wants to revolutionize something, some aspect of something that's already going. And I wonder if there's a tech component to this, not knowing. We're going to check out their website and everything, after this, at the end of this video. But I wonder if they have something else that brings something different to the table, because and as much as I love Mr. Wonderful and sometimes hate his verbiage, the big guys, the big cheddar boards, the big cheeses in the industry could totally just crush them by doing what they're doing, right? But if they have some kind of tech component that it does it better than those big guys, than those big cheeses, then maybe they have a fighting chance. Hopefully they got some sales and something else to back up their pretty high valuation there. Is it almost $6 million? Is that where we're at here? Yeah, so something in that ballpark, I'm guessing, with doing the math in my head real quick. So anyway, go check out their website at the end. It's great to be back. It's Movember. I'm having a great time. We just hit 10,000 subscribers. Ding, ding. Hope you're doing great. And I got to get caught up on making some videos here. It's been way too busy in my business lately.
Talking, start the eating.
So, Sharks, you have your charcuterie boards in front of you.
I got it.
Oh, wow. That's really tasty.
Oh, wow.
So we have a small, a medium, and a large. And one thing to understand about these is they're not custom products. These are made in an assembly line, and we can make up to 3,000 of these in any given day.
Wow.
And so we've created a new gifting category.
This is amazing.
Thank
When
you.
was this board made? Because it tastes super fresh.
It's all super fresh. Our standard is next day. So if somebody makes an order by midnight, the next day we make it completely fresh, and then it ships out that same day, and it gets to the customer the very next day.
Where is the facility that you're doing this at?
We have a 15,000 square foot production kitchen in Florida.
So let's talk about price. What does this cost?
So the one in front of you costs us $91 to produce.
Wow.
We wholesale it to our vendors, mostly through e-tailers online, for $154, and it retails for $229, including shipping.
How did you guys come up with this?
So I've been in hospitality and restaurants my entire life. And while I was in culinary school, to make money, I started a little catering business. And over the next 15 years, my wife, Julie, and I built one of the largest high-end catering companies in South Florida for royalty, for celebrities, for athletes. Wow. It was really a dream come true. And then the pandemic hit, and it literally stopped. It stopped everything, and so we pivoted. And that's when we bet on e-commerce. We hustled for 9 months, and we launched with a popular online e-tailer, and everything changed. We went from one online e-tailer the first year, then we launched with Williams-Sonoma, and then we launched with DoorDash. Last year we did 1.8 million in sales.
Wow.
And then we launched with Costco in Q3 of this year.
What will sales be this year?
For 4 million this year.
Wow. Will you
But are they going to make, as Mark is about to say, are they going to make any money? Because they didn't say what size that platter was at $91 their cost. I don't know if that's the large or the medium. I tend to hope it's not the small at $91, but they're selling it at $154. There's not enough margin there to carry this. I tend to think, but I guess we're about to find out.
make money?
Yes, we'll
Yeah.
be profitable. We'll do
Oh.
400,000 is what we
You don't
believe.
sell direct if I want to buy it from you?
We just launched our website in July.
And how's that working out?
It's been going really well so far. We did $30,000 in sales our first month.
What is your customer acquisition cost?
Between $40 to $60 in our first initial couple weeks of testing. And that's really why we're here. We want to build that side of it out because our biggest frustration is that we're selling through e-tailers, so we don't own any of our own customer data. So we get a
Right.
huge
Smart.
rush of sales in Q4, and then we can't remarket to those customers Q1
Right.
through Q3, and we see that there's so much demand for the product.
Rachel, were you working in the catering business? Is that
No.
how you guys met?
So when the pandemic hit and work went remote, my fiance and I decided to move down to Florida to quarantine with my family. Aaron had started delivering these boards for local delivery in our area.
So you were a customer
I was
first.
a customer, yeah, and I fell in love with the concept from ordering, and Aaron and I got to know each other, and we would talk about this vision he had. I believed in him since the minute I met him.
Are you partners, 50-50?
We're partners. We own 75% together,
And who's
we
the
have
other
one
25%?
outside partner.
How much has he invested so far?
$750,000.
$750,000?
And he helped us build out the entire production facility.
Now, there are 5 giant competitors that sell baskets and gifted items.
Yep.
Couldn't they simply do this themselves? Why
It's a great
is this
question.
proprietary?
It's a great question. And when we started, we were worried about that. But what we're doing is so different than pick and packing. Our facility is built to suit for this type of production.
That's kind of our secret
And
sauce.
that's our secret
of,
sauce.
Like
So,
how
you
we're
know.
able to do 3,000 either a day.
How much money did you guys
Well, that's
put in?
that works as long as everybody, wants and continues to want that particular product. The problem that you will eventually probably run into is people might want something else, and changing an assembly line, changing a process, depending how many people are involved, depending on the suppliers that you have, might not be that easy. It could be, if it's just you in the kitchen, doing it, that's one thing. But being able to produce 3,000 a day is pretty impressive. But ultimately, you're at the whims of everybody wanting that particular product, and that could pose to be a problem. I'm really curious as to, if I understood it correctly, they're selling it to the wholesalers for $154. Their cost on that one's $91. And their customer acquisition cost is at $60. Now, obviously, their customer acquisition, I'm guessing, is only when they're selling it from their website, which, it's expensive, but I tend to think that the goal is to get multiple orders out of people and hopefully get more. Obviously, when they sell it themselves, there's at $229. There's a lot more profit there to be made, even giving up like $60 in customer acquisition costs. So, but it's still borderline going to be a problem if people don't come back to buy a second or a third or fourth. That's definitely going to pose to be a problem.
My wife and I did a $300,000 home equity line of credit. We also put in another $150,000 SBA loan and then another $100,000 line of credit against the catering business.
And Rachel, did you put money in?
I put in $750,000 for the build out of the facility.
How much have you invested in total?
Around $2 million total.
Man, that's commitment.
And
Yeah.
we can do $70
Yeah.
million plus out of this one facility.
Yep.
Rachel, I couldn't be more impressed with the two of you.
Thank you.
But $300,000 for 5%, I just don't think the amount of equity.
We're doing $4 million this year.
I'm with you 100%. And I
next
just
year.
don't like to be a small minority shareholder like that. And I'm going to clear the deck, make room for the other
You can have
sharks.
as much cheese as you want.
Thank you. I'm out.
That's a shame. Robert, I felt like might have been a good fit for this, other than maybe Kevin. One thing that stands out though is, knowing that number, Aaron, knowing that number of 70, we can do 70 million, if the math scales up and everything like that. Like that's powerful, right? To know that you could do that now. it's a big hurdle to get there. You know, going from 4 million to 70 million is not without its issues that will come up and arise. Because what gets you here is not what's going to get you there. But seems like a safe bet, right? And I think that knowing that math it enables you to feel a lot more confident in the investment that you've made. That it's, you know, it's like, okay, well, we can do this amount in a year if everything goes right, and even if we don't, we'll still land way above our $2 million investment out of the gate. So, you know, kudos to that, ding to them for having the courage and tenacity to go and invest that kind of money in a product that does have, as Kevin O'Leary pointed out, like 5 major big cheeses in the at the playground. So it's definitely a risky bet, but not one that couldn't bring returns and already is starting to do so.
So guys, I think what you've done is phenomenal, right? You deserve a ton of credit. Your pivot, you showed agility, curiosity to go into a new space. I just think this is replicable. To Kevin's point, those big companies, they're not stupid. They know that it's in their best interest to keep you from building that brand. I'm not saying you can't do it. I just don't think the economics work for me as an investor. So for those reasons, I'm out.
Thank you, Mark. We
Thanks, Mark.
understand.
I know the space inside. I am very worried about competition because I fought them for years. They built big businesses and they have really good customer acquisition costs. So my offer is going to reflect the risk I see. But also, I bring to the table a brand called Chef Wonderful that's been very successful. And I think I could get behind this product for you. I'll give you the $300,000. I want 17.5% equity.
Ooh.
What do you need the money for?
We think we're going to do $2 million just in December, and we need all of the available capital we can get to put into inventory, and this will help us to be able to run our direct-to-consumer strategy.
I have an offer. I think you're going to need a lot more cash. You probably don't even need a partner. You probably need a good credit line, but I'll give you both. I'll give you $300,000 cash plus a $300,000 credit line, but I'd like 15% of the business. Is that undercutting this guy here?
Yeah.
Good.
A little.
15%.
Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you for
That's
the
an
offer.
awesome offer.
I'm going to...
Having access to that capital, because clearly, if your cost is $91 per plate, you're not, or Boarderie, you're not getting many out of 300,000, right? You're going to have to, and if you're selling a lot of them wholesale, there ain't a whole lot of profit there to you'll be spinning your wheels. So it's gonna go fast. And Barb, 300,000 a line of credit doesn't hurt. Effectively $600,000 for 15%. It's still undercutting their valuation, but I think their valuation's a little on the rich side there, right where they're at in the moment that they're in the tank.
Make it really simple.
That's a commercial break, right?
I'll give you $300,000 for 13%.
Our most important thing to us is launching our direct-to-consumer strategy. And so whoever has the most expertise in that space.
That's right here.
No,
No one's
it's
done
not.
what I've done direct to consumer in
That's not
consumable
true.
gifting. Nobody. You want to sell this one day to Hickory Farms or somebody else. That's how this works. I know how to get there. These two don't.
Well, I've sold over 2,000 products over 20 years direct to consumer. I don't think I
That doesn't
agree.
count, Laura.
I don't think I agree with what Kevin's saying. I've done every product category there is.
As you can see, I'm sensitive and I hate to hurt people's feelings.
Okay, Lori, would you do it for 8%?
Oh, guys.
We've already invested so much in this. We've got the whole production process down. All we need is someone to pour gasoline on the fire.
Well, let me tell you this, and Mark says this all the time. Say it, Mark.
40% of a water bill is better than 100% of a grape. You know?
So here's the thing. If I blow you up and you're making fantastic sales, then you're going to be thanking me and saying, oh, I don't care about those few points. So I'm going to stay at 13.
Would you do it at 10?
We don't need a lot. I mean,
I will do it at 12.
Wow, that's
You know what, guys? I would do it at 10.
Wow.
I would do it at 10 because The best deals we've all ever done are the least needy entrepreneurs, where they just call with questions and they just want some support, maybe an introduction.
Look at me. I'll do it for 9. He just did that to get me down.
Oh,
He's
if you really
such
want
a-
Lori's.
9.
9.
You got a deal. I get free boards now. I get free boards for
Great job. Great job.
Yeah.
We love Lori. We think she's the perfect partner for us. She reaches all of our customers, and she was really passionate about the product, and I think that's what matters most. We need somebody who's going to help us spread the cheese, and she's the perfect partner.
Mark, you did it for that
I knew
reason.
they weren't going to
know
do
it. I'm a
13. I knew
sucker
there was
for
no
it.
way they were going to do 13.
I loved your whole speech, how you were staying at 13 and then you went to 9.
Yeah, right. Yep, Mark. Well, good job, Mark. You knocked it out of the park with that one. Aaron, Rachel, I'd love to have you come on the show. Just drop a comment down below, and I'll try to schedule it as best I can here. It's been really hectic, but anyway, let's check out their website. So, Artisan Cheese and charcuterie. I don't know. It's one of Oprah's favorite things. Go figure, right? 2022. Ding ding. That certainly helps get the ball rolling here. But it serves 3 to 4, 10 to 12, or 5 to 7. Let's see, what's the it's the 239. So that is probably the large one. Their cost on that was $91, I presume. What's the small one is $129. All right, so it's been featured like everywhere. So they're definitely doing their part as far as getting the brand out there already, even before appearing on Shark Tank. So very cool to see. Let's check out their Facebook. What do we got going on here? We got 1,000 followers, and on Instagram we got almost 14,000 followers. Very, very cool that they made Oprah's list here. Anyway, I'd love to have you on, Aaron, Rachel. Reach out below with a comment, just like Sammy says, Super Joe, I'm back. Big fan fire emojis. Thank you so much for watching, Sam. Super Sam, I appreciate you being a part of the Super community. I'll see you in one of the next videos over here. Take care and go be super.